Hey everybody, and welcome back to Psychology Geek. In today's video, we are talking about 12 tips to overcome shyness, to stop being shy and quiet. Before we go straight into the video, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Panic ensures when you are in a social gathering? Are you a walking, scratching head when it comes to being the party's life? Don't worry. With these 12 tips, you are going to overcome shyness. 1. First, accept you. The number one in your life is yourself, always. It's going to be that way. The sooner you know it, the fewer problems you will have. Life is already full of challenges to also try to fit in. It's going to wear you down massive. Please stop doing that. Nobody ever fits in. We are not a cupcake in the oven. We are human beings with mistakes and emotions, and pretty much 90% of our time on autopilot. Nobody ever knows for sure where they are going. Accept yourself, your qualities, your mistakes, your everything. Life gets way simpler after that. You stop lifting imaginary weights, and then with less weights on, you don't overthink that weight on your head. It's full of phantoms. Time to let them go. 2. Let go of those insecurities. Have you felt that heavy weight on your shoulders making you blush with every look? Tough life and completely unjustified because you are fantastic. Not to sugarcoat you, but all that shame you feel when you are in a room full of people because you think everybody looks at you. Nah, that in reality doesn't ever happen. Everybody minds their own business. That's a reality per se. You can even break dance in the middle of the room and there will be only 1 or 2 comments about it, but nothing more than that. And if there is alcohol and you are over 30 years attendance, forget it. Nobody will remember you the next day. Stop feeling ashamed. Besides, that takes me to another important point. Check who is looking. 3. Check who cares. This is a crucial point to overcome shyness. Priorities first here. Check who is looking when you feel ashamed or overcome with shyness. The most influential people in your life are the family you choose, your inner circle, and the ones you let into your heart. The others are people to meet outside of that circle. If they told you something that ashamed you, you don't have to give them 1 ounce of your time. Nor your time, nor your shame. It's essential to who you are giving such importance, because if you think about it, all that shame as to who is looking has to be balanced. You can't just be super shy in a reunion with strangers who will never see you again in their life. That's a substantial difference to get right. But when you do, you will stop giving so much importance to people that don't know you. 4. Self-awareness is key. Observing your emotions is the first step to getting more control over them. The more power, the better. Since you will start to see those patterns unfold, which are personal ones, nobody else but you can identify those patterns that bother you, so watch them closely. By doing that, you are taking away their control over you. Shame takes over you because you get lost in the moment and your emotions. If you know the pattern that unfolds, you can take better action before it starts to get you. That's the best way to act. See through that pattern and you will start to be a little freer. Talking to anybody else will be way more manageable when you get to know the most critical person in your life, you. 5. Know your strengths. There is another way to gain self-confidence and self-esteem. Those two always go hand to hand. Self-confidence gets you braver. That inner feeling that you can do everything. And self-esteem is none other than self-love. Check what you are good at. There must be something in your heart that makes it shine. Look for it. We know you have it in you, so go ahead and once you find it, that little voice that says, "I'm not good enough," will stop completely. That constant underdog feeling will be old news, since you don't need a statement like that when you know what you are good at. A quick tip is probably something you love to do. So go after it, find it. It will make the process much easier because it is one to know yourself, make results from your work, and then be unstoppable. 6. Self-care shows. Self-care is an essential point that not many people realize. If you take care of your skin and your physique, it can change many things about yourself. Because feeling beautiful starts with an attitude within, not just outside. That inner beauty, that little boost of self-confidence, it could be a haircut away or a nail salon that strikes home. You never know what kind of small details can take you a long way. That little boost can give you enough push. Besides, how often have you bought gifts for other people, done things for other people, everything for other people, but where are you? A little gift for yourself going out to that expensive restaurant is also self-care and will make you see who is more important, your shyness or you. 7. Do strange things. By doing strange things, and no, we don't refer to that Netflix series nor a monster inside the closet, what we mean is that you have to go out by yourself, to the cinema, to dinner, for a beer at a bar. Make panic your local companion when you do things that you thought were only doable in groups or with a date. Being with yourself in that situation can give you more confidence, and it's the bravery quota. You may never need to scratch your head at the next party you will attend. Imagine you already go out to the cinema, even for a nice meal at a restaurant alone. How easy then it would be not to overcome shyness when you have to face a conversation with somebody else. 8. Practice care. This could be a palmatic title, but shy people tend to ignore that being an introvert doesn't make you the best at social skills. You can spend months without going out, and suddenly, when other human beings surround you, you can feel as comfortable as you feel at home behind closed doors. But that's not quite the case. So we have to admit that if you don't know something, you need to practice to get better. Shyness is no different, nor is it a nuclear formula. So practice caring, force yourself to go out, and engage in small talks with a friend. It is first easy. Then you will be moving up the ladder of all those social gatherings that were so overwhelming to you, learning that this is just a matter of practice and self-confidence, and yes, caring to improve. 9. Mimic outgoing people. Inspiration for something we are after can come in many ways. Seeing how friends do it, a YouTube video, a book. There are millions of ways to initiate that spark that says those key words, I think I can do that too. You never know what can work for you. Take the time to watch some examples. Maybe that outgoing attitude, that confidence, that easygoing vibe is closer than you think. Just a couple of examples away and you are all set to make that a reality for you. Maybe after your first words to somebody, you may realize that there wasn't so much to it. But remember, we live in our heads, and if we can get out of there for a little while, focus on other great examples, be outgoing, have high self-esteem, and talk to everybody, it may be easier than you think. 10. Control yourself. One of the best ways to control your emotions, shyness, and overall nerve-wracking feeling of constantly feeling observed is also one of the simplest. Breathe. If you control your breathing, emotions are diluted, your heart frequency gets relaxed, and by default, you get comfy. With a more easy mind to hold your thoughts in, anti-sweat hands and low stress levels, you can be way friendlier to the people surrounding you. Social interactions are so fast that anyone can come out of nowhere, since we are all overstimulated with little details in meetings. What vibe you are in makes the most significant difference. Since all those preparations are for you to breathe, you may feel more relaxed. And guess what happens if you are more comfortable? Exactly, you are more yourself, the best one. And since you feel comfortable, everyone around you will feel the same with your presence. And then, being shy would feel completely unnecessary. 11. Stop overthinking. That immense pressure you feel over your head, those sweaty hands, thinking about all the things that could go wrong in the next 5 minutes, when the only job you got is to be present. Please focus on the moment at hand. Later there will be time to think about how you did, but time passes quickly. Better make the most of it by being present. It's as simple as that. Focusing on the present moments takes away the attention that wants to drag you into the worries all the time zone. In a conversation, focus on one point, on the words they say, on what they are talking about, and become entirely paying 100% of your focus into the conversation. By doing that, you will see that shyness is no longer a priority. 12. The yes factor. If you want to take shyness away, always say yes. It's the best way to open up. You say yes to be exposed, meet new people, and have new experiences. Yeah, you can also say yes to staying at home all day, and there are a lot of fans of it in the world. But to overcome shyness, the best step is to see what happens on the other side of your doorstep. Out there in the wild, and by saying yes to that, you give a chance to experience new awesome adventures. There is nothing better than a bit of shock therapy to keep the confidence high. What other anti-shy tips do you know? Tell us in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe for more videos like these.